Hello pros and welcome back to my IT workshop. This is your boy Alvendril. In this video we will be testing a remote software solution called AnyViewer. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below. This is only for Windows, it's not for Linux or Mac. That might come in the future. Okay, so the solutions that it's trying to fix is remote desktop, remote access, remote work, mobile support, and you can transfer files. So the software is free. There is a paid version, but the one we're going to be testing today is the free one. Okay, so I'm going to leave the link in the description below if you want to test it out. So this is my lab, my Windows environment. This is Windows 10. This is going to be the main machine from where we will be testing. However, many other operating system, Windows again, are supported. As you can see, from Windows 7 to Windows 11 and many Windows Server versions. I personally tested in Windows Server 2016 and it works fine. All right. If something is not working, you might need to open these ports in your firewall. I didn't have to do that, but I'm just letting you know. Again, I'm going to leave the link for this documentation as well. Now I'm going to open the software. And this is how it looks. I'm going to start from the top. So this is where you log into your account. It's very important to have an account because it has more features. For example, in the free version or the paid version, you can have up to 3 devices where you can directly connect. I'm going to show you that in a few more seconds, but you can have up to 10 devices in a list. Okay, so you have here the software for Windows, for iOS and Android. If you go to connect, you can see the device ID. So this is unique for any device, for every device that has this software. So if you want to connect to somebody, they will have to give you this ID and the password if needed. Okay, and the temporary security code, which is the password, you can change it anytime that you want. Now, if you go to devices, you can see that in the free version, like I mentioned, you can have up to 3. So under devices, I only have 2, the machine where I'm working right now and the machine where we are going to connect in a few more seconds. And this is the list of the other machines that I have connected in the past, but they don't have all the same features, right? So, as mentioned before, this is a Windows 11 VM that we are going to connect. But first, I want to show you how the machine looks. I'm going to use Windows RDP, which comes with Windows. And this is something that AnyViewer is a good replacement for. So, I have my virtual machines over here as well. And this is the one that we are going to connect to. So, Windows 11, this is how it looks. And now we're going to try to connect to it using AnyViewer. So as you can see, when I click, I have many options over here. One click control, that means instantaneously I can connect to that machine. So if I click on that, it's going to start the process. And as you can see, in less than 5 seconds, I'm in the machine. And as you can imagine, I have access to everything. I can click anything. I can do whatever I want for support. In my case, in my lab, this is very useful, so I can play with my machines faster. So at the top, you have this tab. It has a lot of options: log, log out, restart, shut down this PC. I'm going to click my CND, so it's going to automatically open a CND session, CND tab. So I can type ipconfig, so I can see what the IP for this machine is. We have another options as well. For example, this PC is going to open all your partitions, the C drive, the shared drives, or anything that you may have. So that makes it way better than remote desktop that comes with Windows. Now I'm going to lock it. This is how it looks, locked. And now let's go to the machine itself, and it's locked, as you can see over here. So that's pretty nice. You can do it with a few clicks. Now let's go back to the main machine, and now I want to show you something. So I can open another session at the top. In the free version, you can only have 2 sessions. Okay, so as you can see, I don't have any other machine that is in my devices. I'm going to click a machine that is not in my devices. So what happens when you do that? As you can see, I don't have all the options as in my other machines because this machine is not under my account. Okay, so if I click, let's say, see what the user is doing, it's going to ask you to send a request. But I'm not going to do it because I want to show you how easy it is to add a machine to your account. So this is the machine I want to connect to. I'm going to open AnyViewer. I'm going to go to login. I'm going to log into it. And once I have done that, you can see assigned devices, 3 out of 3. So that's my limit for the free version. But now I have this machine also under my account. So let's go back to the main one. And what we're going to do over here is going to open another session. And now this machine is under my devices, is enrolled. Now I'm going to click on view this machine. And what it does is what, well, you can imagine, you can only see what the client is doing. If they are watching a YouTube video, well, you can see that. However, you cannot interact with the client. You cannot click on anything because you are in view mode. However, even in this mode, you can share files. For example, let's say this is my main machine over here, Win Client 1. And I want to share with this client this PowerShell script or any other file. So I just have to drag and drop like this. So the client is going to receive a message, hey, they want to share this file with you, and it's going to copy it. Okay, I'm clicking everywhere, but it's not going to work, as I mentioned before, because I'm in a view mode. So I'm going to close it and start again. Now I have access to everything. I can click anywhere. Now let's go to operations at the top, and we're going to reboot the machine. But before, I wanted to show you that we can disable the mouse and the keyboard on this endpoint, so the client cannot do anything while we are troubleshooting whatever issue they might have. We can also open the task manager if that helps to see any other process that is running, right? So now let's go to operations and restart. Do you want to restart? You are going to lose connection. Yes, that's what I want to do. And if we go to the machine, it's doing just that. Now let's go to the main menu, and I want to show you another scenario. We're going to use another machine, Win Client 2. This is also Windows 10. On this machine, I'm not logged in, as you can see, logged in. So this machine is not under my computer. It doesn't have my account. So let's imagine this computer is a client that is in the other side of the world, okay? And they need support. So they will need to have the software installed like they have it right now. They are also going to give us the device ID over here, this 9-digit number for us to connect. They can most likely they are not going to give us the temporary secure code, but that's the ID is what we need. So let's go back to the main menu. You don't see the computer over here. Let's go to connect, and here you have to type the ID for that machine, which is unique. So remote control or file transfer. Remote control is fine. Send request to the computer. You can also type the security code here, but let's say we don't have it. Okay, let's select the first one. Okay. And the client is going to receive this. Hey, Win Client with this ID wants to connect. Do you allow that? Yes, because I know they have to connect to help me. All right. So let's go back to client 1. And as you can see, I'm connected to this machine and I have access to everything like in my other sessions where my account is logged in to those machines because the client allow me to connect to this endpoint. Now let's close this and I'm going to show you another thing. We're back at the main menu. So we're going to connect to Windows 11 VM1. And by mistake, I chose view mode. So we are not going to be able to do much. So let's go back and connect the right way. So I typed my password wrong. Now I'm inside the computer. So here we have the option of chat. You can send messages to client to say, hey, Mr. Client, we have something to do here. Do you have time now to troubleshoot it? Or this is a schedule or something like that. So the client can reply, as you can see here, and say, hey, no, right now I'm working, or yeah, you can do it, no problem at all, or how long it's going to take. So this is a good feature in my opinion, because you cannot always talk to clients, so you can send messages and they will see how it works, okay? So that's pretty interesting in my opinion. The other thing, you can check the resolution of the screen. Is going to obviously select the native one, the one that it has. The high quality for the image is for paid versions, and that's the features. For example, if you click in file, there is another more organized way to transfer files to client other than just drag and drop, as I've shown you before. Now let's close this, and the other option that you can see over here is if you right click on a machine, you see all these options, right? Let's say this machine died, or you don't need it anymore, or is deprovision or something. If you click on it, right click on it, you can unassign it. What this is going to do is it's going to remove it from your devices and it's going to send it down here. Like Win Client 2 is not under my devices, right? And you have less options over there. So once there, if you don't need it anymore, you can delete this machine. You can remove it. That doesn't mean you won't be able to connect in the future. It just means it's going to be removed from here. Okay, so The other thing that you can do is if you click properties, you are going to see the last time that you connected to this endpoint and the public IP address. You can also do it here in properties, right? So now we're going to see how the mobile application works. Welcome back. Here I am recording from my cell phone now. And as you can see, this is my environment that we have been testing for the last 10 minutes or so. Now I'm going to show you the machine that we're going to connect to. This is a Windows 11. We have already connected before. And this is the code that we are going to need. Actually, we're going to need the security code. And this is the application on an iPad. So you cannot tilt it like that. Maybe that's a tip for the developers. This is also supported in Android. So I'm going to select the machine that I want. I'm connected with my same account on this device. So what I have to type is the security code over here. So I'm going to do it really quick here. And after that, you click connect. So it's going to take some seconds and it's going to show you all what you can do with your fingers. Double tap or expand or make it bigger or smaller, the image. So after a few seconds, I'm connected, as you can see. So I can click this and it's going to be responsive, of course, on the real machine. So I'm going to close this over here. I'm going to open an app like Google Chrome. And now we can see that I can do everything from my mobile device, in this case, an iPad. So here I'm going to look for something. And really quickly, I'm going to type a few words like subscribe to this channel if this video is helping you. So that really helps my channel a lot. So now you can close everything. Once you are ready to disconnect, you come here, disconnect, and the session is going to end. And that's how AnyViewer works. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other comment or questions, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, as you know, I'll see you in the next video.